Hello there, everybody. This is Peter Beckenham, the village marketer. And as always, talking to you from my little Thai village, way up near the Cambodian border. Today, I want to share with you how to talk to anyone. How to talk to anyone. The reason I want to share this with you is because there are quite a few people who've been talking with me lately, right? And sharing with me some fears and frustrations and stresses and pressures about having conversations with people. So I thought I'd share some thoughts with you on that particular topic. Now, I want to actually start off by saying I am no communication coach. I am no communication expert. Okay, I just want to share with you some tips and tricks and ideas that have helped me over the years in the way that I communicate with people and how I now actually feel quite comfortable and confident that I can talk to anybody. Sanjay, thanks for joining. John Moss, good to see you too, mate. Late in Melbourne, wow. All right, so how to talk to anyone, okay? This is aimed at people, for example, Lynette, thank you. And Pancrag, thank you very much. This is aimed at people like, if you wish, how do you say this? That you'd like to be better talking to people, right? Or maybe after you've done 20 seconds of courage approaching somebody, you then think, oh, God, what am I going to talk about now? Does that relate to you in any way? Because if it is, you might get some benefit from this. Or perhaps you found yourself standing on your own at a party because you just don't want to talk to people, or even more than that, you didn't even go to the party. If any of these things relate to you, then perhaps some of the things I'm going to share with you can help you. Jim, thanks for joining. Good mate from Melbourne. And Frank, thank you very much. Alzira, thank you very much. Okay. I'm talking about how to talk to anybody. This is not really a coaching session. This is just sharing some ideas and thoughts that may give you something to think about when you're talking to people. All right. Now, here's some things. First of all, to help improve your confidence in talking. Okay, very quick. One, visualization. Now, don't throw this out with the bathwater. I'm going to get more practical in a minute, right? But I mean, even Olympic athletes practice visualization, and it works for them. So if it works for them, it's going to work for us, right? So visualize the way that you are talking to people in your head. Just go through it and think about that. Michael Cook, thanks for joining. Hey, Mark, good to see you, mate. Visualize. It does work, okay? I'm not going to go into all the technical details because I haven't got a clue, right? All I'm saying to you is I remember going through this process of visualizing. And once I did it, to be quite frank, it worked for me. So much so that my mother once said to me, and I heard her saying to a neighbour of ours, Peter can get on a bus for somebody, okay? And in 15 minutes, know half the bus and where they're going to and where they've come from. And to be quite frank, I am good at that. They don't know anything about me, but I know all about them, okay? Because I love to talk to people and find out about people. And that's a passion of mine, okay? And if you can create that as a passion of yours, then I can tell you it'll go a long way with your business. It really will. Next point. First impressions really matter, okay? They really count. Do you know that people make snap judgments about you in probably less than 1/10 of a second? I mean, that's bloody scary, right? When you think about it, right? They make snap judgments, and I can tell you those judgments are darn hard to change. So the way you come across to people in the first instance can have a huge impact on their thoughts about you, okay? Which brings up the idea of small talk. Now, I know some of the people watching here, including people like you, Jim Thoms, I know, right? Small talk could be a pain in the butt, I know. But I can tell you it actually does work. It really does work. And because it's if there's something you need to understand, it's this. When people first meet you, before you have this conversation we're going to talk about in a minute, they're looking for 3 things, right? Please make sure you note these 3 things down. When you're meeting somebody for the first time, they're looking, 1, for your attractiveness. They're judging, are you attractive in some way, shape, or form to talk to? 2, your confidence. Are you a leader? Are you worth spending some time with? Or are you a pain in the butt, right? And 3, your trustworthiness. And I can tell you the 3rd one is the key one, your trustworthiness. So be careful. especially you guys. Frank, you're watching, okay? Mark, you're watching. Jim, you're watching, okay? Hey, Mary, thanks for... Guys, we got to be careful here, I can tell you, because I can tell you when we first meet people, and I'm generalizing here, so I accept any criticism, but we tend to come on a bit too strong in terms of our confidence level, and maybe our damn egos getting in the way, whatever it is, right? In terms of a power thing, and we tend to forget the little bit about trustworthiness. We know that trust is important, but our focus is on impressing people and showing our confidence and showing how good we are and showing that you can believe in us and this sort of stuff. But really, it's the trust bit that counts. Women do it better than us. They really do it better than us. Mary Triggs, I can tell you, you are brilliant at this. I've seen it, even on Facebook, okay? By the way, Michael Cook, don't worry, I'm not being personally shot at anyone. I'm just simply generalizing a bit here, right? And maybe getting out of my depth, I know. So, trustworthiness is pretty darn good, okay? And when it comes to small talk, it's a really good way to start building trustworthiness, because you talk to people, ask them about things that are important to them, their passions and their problems and things like that, okay? That's what's important. Now, let's get cracking a bit more. In order to do this, apart from small talk, which is an important way of building some trust and rapport, you also need to have eye contact. Now, that's very difficult for some people, okay? If you're truly honest, if you are an introvert, if you feel uncomfortable having a conversation with people, then having eye contact can be a huge challenge. Here's a trick that worked for me. I don't know why it works. I don't know, I'm simple, right? But this worked for me. What I used to do is when I was commuting to work, okay? In fact, to be honest with you, when I was commuting to go to school, because that's when it was, what I would do is I'd have my chin up. I'd purposely have my chin up rather than be looking down because I was sort of ignoring people around me. I'd have my chin up and I'd deliberately make eye contact with people just for maybe 1 or 2 seconds. Just make eye contact. That's it. And I would do that 5 times a day. And I did it 5 times a day for a week. And I got very used. Excuse my granddaughter going behind with no clothes on. Get in the thing. And sorry. And I did that 5 times a day for 5 days. And the idea was to give me some confidence in looking people in the eye. And that raises the next thing. Not only do I put your chin up and you look at them in the eye, but also smile. Smile at the same time. No words are taking place. You look them in the eye and you just smile, okay? I can tell you smiling is a huge icebreaker. And I know I'm probably telling you things you already know, but please, if you've forgotten them and you're having your trouble with your conversations, remember these things. Next one, ask good questions. Why should you ask good questions? Because 1, you get to talk less, right? That suits you because you don't want to talk. Secondly, you make the other person feel important. Thirdly, you make the other person perceive you to be quite charismatic. The more you ask people, the more interested they are in you. And fourthly, it helps you find good common ground with people, okay? Now we get to the hard bit. Once you've done all that, that's the background thing, and thanks for hanging in with me. Now, how do we have this darn conversation, right? I've got 2 little formulas for you. And for those of you who have been in, for example, network marketing, you will know these. But if you forgot them, then it's worth thinking about them again. One's called ORCA and the other one's called FORM. Okay? Go away. What you see is what you get in my face. Sorry, everybody. Very professional presentation. Okay. ORCA and FORM. Bear with me, okay? ORCA stands for O for origins. This is how you're having a conversation. Start with O for origins. In other words, where you're from, where'd you grow up, where'd you go to school, etc. Okay? R is for recreation. What do you do in your spare time? Do you have any hobbies? What are they? Okay? What do you do when you're on the weekends? Do you have any particular sports you follow? That's the R. C is the career. Where do you work? How long have you been there? How long have you been in your business? Etc. like that. And the A is aspirations. What's on your bucket list? what else is there? What's your passion in life? What gets you up and gets you going in the morning? Or if you could travel anywhere, where would you like to be? That's a conversation you could have. ORCA, origins, recreation, career, and aspirations. Or you can do the same thing with another formula, form, which is F for family, O for occupation, R for recreation, and M for money. And the money aspect, you don't ask them how much they earn, you simply ask them, how is business? That's what that's all about. Or are you enjoying your role at work and promotion opportunities, etc., like that. So that's the crux of a conversation that you can have. I hope you found that of some help. Now, a call to action for you. Okay, always got a call to action. I have a PDF, and it's called 8 Ways to Work on Your Empathy Skills. Now, guys, if you need help with your empathy skills, get it. Send me a personal message. Don't leave me a comment. Send me a personal message about empathy skills. That's all you got to do. Empathy skills, and I'll give it to you. It's pretty easy to read, and it's something I can tell you when I first got hold of this, I thought, my God, I have really made some huge mistakes. Okay, I learned some big lessons. So, and ladies, by all means, if you want it, I'm happy to share it with you too. But us men sometimes need more empathy than the ladies do. So there you go. I hope you found that I've felt of interest. And as always, thank you very much for sharing your time with me. I truly appreciate it. Frank and Jim, Alzira and Mark and Michael, Elizabeth, good to see you. I should have contacted you before. And Mary, Lynette, everybody, truly appreciate your help. If there's anything I can do for you in any way when it comes to communications, not that I'm a communication expert, but I have been around for a year or two, then reach out and ask me. That's as simple as it is, all right? So all the very best from Thailand, and leave me a like and a comment. That will be wonderful, okay? If you're watching this on YouTube later on the replay, okay, click the link underneath on the video and come and say hello. All the very best. Best wishes from Thailand. Thanks for sharing your time with me, and bye for now. Bye.